Starbucks and Shorty, I got a hell of a story. A 20 years a slave, 40 years a slave. Don't gamble with your future, all right? I've been knowing Ivan Bates since he worked with Jessamy. The money behind mass incarceration. Governor O'Malley and Brown's money machine. Y'all made me famous for toilets? I'm gonna run with that shit. The struggle is real. You feel me? The struggle is real. These are my toilets. I'm selling toilets. Potty training politicians 2026. Y'all made me famous for toilets and I'm gonna run with that shit. Shorty, pull your mask up? No, we on mask in Baltimore. That's my visitor's pass to Annapolis. All right? Social media for social change. I don't need 1 million people to march. I need 1 million people to pay attention. We doing it through the legal lens. You feel me? We doing it through the legal lens. That's Mayor Brandon Scott. And that's when we started this in 2006. Get Shorty. You feel me? Then I went home on vacation and came back on probation. Right here. And David Trone got all that. Kerry Cogwell, Senator Barack Obama's office. President Obama asked for an investigation. Mayor Brandon Scott been blocking this. And the Maryland Black delegation. That's the Maryland Black Caucus. All right? Like I said, I'm making a movie. We will confront racism to create a more inclusive world. All right? We stand in solidarity with our Black partners, customers, and community. That's Governor Hogan. And that's me. It's a time to pee. Y'all make me famous for toilets, so I'm going to run with that shit. All right? That's Brent Jones from the Baltimore Sun. That's ABC 2 News. And that's Chuck D and me at the Department of Justice with my toilet. If I go to jail, I got to share that toilet with an inmate. 2026, we're going to share it with the world. That's my son Neil and my son Philip. I made them carry that toilet in Washington, D.C. as a punishment because they kept going to jail. They kept getting involved with the juvenile justice system. So I forced them to carry that toilet like Jesus carried the cross. That's me on the House of Cards. All right? That's me at City Hall. That's Delegate Smith. This is arts and promotion. Baltimore, New York, Chicago, and Philadelphia. I was making a movie. And Mayor Brandon Scott is the star of the show. Dwayne Davis versus the state of Maryland. All right? That's Governor O'Malley. And that's Governor O'Malley. That's Ozzie Newsome. And this is who I'm doing the movie for, because they ain't here. You feel me? They're not here. 2021 Weaver Award winner. I went from Baltimore's worst to Baltimore's best. M&T Bank. I'm working with the bank. 2021 Weaver Award winner. Shorty. And I took that money and I made it into a movie. Maryland's prison industry. Governor O'Malley and Brown's money machine. And that's President Trump. He got it too. It's the Baltimore City Descent Decree. I was kidnapped by the state. All right. The police came to my house and put guns to my head October the 15th, 2010. All right. I gave this information to Greg Bernstein at the Martin Luther King Day Parade. Social media for social change. I don't need 1 million people to march. I need 1 million people to pay attention. And everybody got their eyes on Brandon Scott. See the big picture here? You feel me? See the big picture here? We talking about mass incarceration and immigration. That's President Trump, Governor Westmore, and the Baltimore County Democratic Party. And that's me. I was kidnapped by the state for making a movie. Through the legal lens. You feel me? Through the legal lens. That's the United States Supreme Court. All right? My store on Falls Road. Davis versus Illinois. Like I said, Dred Scott 2026. That's my lawyer, Mr. Bailey. See the date? 2010. Long before I got locked up in Maryland. And it's all right here. Dred Scott, the movie. Slavery in Maryland, a legacy, 1634 to 2007. And that's my main witness. All right, James Pride. Maryland Arts Day, art and activism. We're going to let you dig your own grave because everything that you did for the 20 years, it's going to come to the light of day. Same thing with you, Mr. Worley. It ain't too early for you to start snitching. Shorty, pull your mask up? No. Shorty, stop shitting on me. You know, the chairman for the African-American mayors, man, I don't think you need to get that chairmanship up. Because right now, you're looking at going to jail because you participated in fraud. If the Inspector General investigates, you going to jail. You got 52 members of the Democratic Party that participated in my illegal incarceration. That's June 1986. Y'all destroyed that diary from 1986. That's the victim, Dwayne G. Davis. Witness, Richard Longmire. Witness, Benny Starks. And you got all that information. Community in crisis. See the big picture here? I'm just a cook. Took 40 years a slave. And we talking about the money behind mass incarceration. Don't gamble with your future. And don't gamble with Fox. That's the 90 days of session in 2025. Like I said, I was making a movie. And y'all the star of the show. I seen Eric Costello last night in Annapolis. I didn't see Ivan Bates. I'm the cook in Baltimore. Shorty documentary. And that's Jake's signature. And that's Rob Fix, a Rob Fix production. That's day 89, 2025. This is the property that you stole from me in Illinois. All right? And that's Chuck Grassley. That's my lawyer, Mr. Bailey. That's Ivan Bates, and he know I was making this movie. The doors of the church is open. Racism don't work without black cooperation. That's Pastor Donte Hickman, Ivan Bates, and Erek Barron of the Department of Justice. You feel me? And y'all left me in jail while y'all made money off of mass incarceration. That's Frederick Douglass. We're not fighting for the dead past, but for the living present and a glorious future. All right? That's what I'm fighting for. I'm fighting for my freedom. Y'all fighting for money. So Pastor Donte Hickman, everything you got to turn over. Ivan Bates, Erek Barron. When y'all start turning it over, the people going to see y'all's true colors. Ask Charles Barkley about me when we was with Donte Hickman. Yeah. Ask Mackenzie Frost when we was with Donte Hickman. Ask Donte Hickman to give up that bag. That bag I left him on Christmas Day. Oh, yeah.